If you struggle to release the golf club, hit the ball straight, but also feel like you're not quite optimizing your speed and power, this video is for you, because I'm going to be giving you one superb drill that you can do to help you understand the release better, which therefore gives you a better delivery position to the ball, and you should be able to compress the ball, hit the ball straighter, and hit the ball further. Lots of big promises, so let's get stuck into it. Face control is vital. Forget swing path. You don't need to worry about swing path if you can't square the face. If you've got a square face to target, that even with a swing path that's 10 degrees from either side, you will have some relative control over your golf ball. So we need to get this square. Now also, being able to get this square means that you can release the golf club at the correct time. If you've ever just kind of played around with swinging the golf club with just your hands, you'll notice that there's a lot of speed in there. Okay, but if you don't release the golf club, you'll notice that there's a lot less speed through that impact area. So actually releasing the golf club just to enable you to square the face up can also add more distance. But also for those golfers that cast it early in that downswing, you cast it, the golf club then gets lower to the ground sooner, which then gives you a shallower angle of attack. If we were able to delay that release and release it at the correct time, we'd have a steeper angle of attack, which would help us compress it. So understanding club face control and direction of the face at impact has a huge impact on speed, path, and the angle of attack. So the drill I want you to go ahead and do today is basically a very simple one. It's 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock drill. So you're going to put your feet together. You're going to take the swing and you're going to go back to a 9 o'clock. Okay, so you're going to create this right angle position between your left arm and the shaft angle for a right-handed golfer. And then from here, as the golf club starts to work downwards, the body turns and we go into this 3 o'clock position on this side, depending on which way around you're looking at it. So we go from here, and what we'll see straight away, if we're able to square the club face up, the golf ball will tell us. So if I manage to square that face up, the golf ball will tell us. I actually managed to close the face a little bit on that one. Majority of you will probably struggle with keeping the face too open, so you'll find that the golf club comes in open, and the ball, the initial start line of the ball, you can see that before you even see the graphic there on the screen. You can see the golf ball has hit the right side of this screen. So it's the exact same when you're on the driving range. If your golf ball starts to the right or the left of your target, you can relatively accurately assume the face was in the wrong position. So this 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock drill is the simplest way to help you understand where that club face is at impact. Also, what you'll find is the better you do it, as I alluded to before, your angle of attack will improve, your speed will probably improve, but also, oh, not that one, your ball flight will improve as well. You probably start to hit the ball a little bit lower. Again, if you cast it, the chances are the club overtakes the hands and adds loft. If you release the golf club at the optimal point, the shaft will be leaning slightly to the target, which will help you deal off that club face a little bit as well. So that is the perfect drill. Very simple. Think something you can do at home as well without a golf ball, but obviously you won't get the feedback from the ball, but you can practice the mechanics of it. But definitely do this at the driving range. And if you really do struggle with club face control, do this for the majority of your next practice session, so you can really start to feel how you can sync up the body and the movement of this club head. Right, if you want a really good training aid that can back up that practice as well, so something you can work on throughout the winter, maybe even at a bit of a second-handedly, give you a little bit more speed, this is a really good training aid. It's called the One Club. Now you see all those the elastic bands and the little gadgets on there as well. So let me give you a little brief review on how that would work. So this setting right now is at its hardest tension. So if I do not swing fast enough for this setting, I will get no audio feedback. If I do, I'll get some audio feedback. Okay, so depending on your swing speed, you'll need to adapt this to suit you. So let's say, for example, we pull out 2 of these elastic bands, 1 comes out, 2 comes out. There's actually 4 slightly different thicknesses of elastic bands as well. So if you've got a much slower swing speed, you can leave the smaller elastic band in there. So we've made this a little bit easier. So if I swing it a little bit slower, but release it at the correct time, There we go. Okay, so if I can release this at the right time, I'll start to feel where that release pattern needs to be. Now, if you need to give yourself a little bit less tension again, so if your swing speed is a little bit slower, you can actually take out one of these as well. Once you've got the feeling of this release, you can actually then start to put the elastic band back in. And when you're doing so, you will then be able to work on a little bit of your own speed. So if you then don't get that audio feedback from it, you can start working on trying to release it faster, trying to swing it faster, so you're able to create that audio feedback. So it's great for release, great for the feeling and that sensation. That 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock drill would be really, really good for it. Obviously, your swing speed would be slower, so you need to find the right tension, but you could use this on a daily basis to not only get the correct release, but get an increase of speed ready for next season. More details of the One Club are down in the description below. If you want to go and check it out, check it out. If you want 5% off, there's a link down there and a code as well that you can use at checkout for an additional 5% off. But this is actually a very impressive piece of kit. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope the drills work. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see on the channel as well. And I will see you next time.